Kim was an athlete. She was an animal lover. She was a huge fan of the Packers and engendered loyalty in people because she gave it. She went from that kind of physical activity to, oh, something's wrong, and they diagnosed her with cancer. When pain dominates your life, you don't behave rationally as any normal person would, or as she had up to that point in her life. She was quick to laugh and quick to engage and all of those things until the pain took over. Kim went in 2007 in the middle of June, and I would tell you within 3 or 4 days, the difference was almost unbelievable, because they were managing her pain for the first time in well over a year. She was sitting up in bed, she was joking with the staff, and for the first time in almost 2 years, she was as close to Kim again as she ever got. There was so much out loud laughter going on in her life from that first week that she was there. The change was dramatic. I think that one of the great things was the fact that she got so many people in. They said, well, you know, this is just too much of a party, so we're moving the party to a bigger room. So they weren't disparaging of the party. They weren't trying to quiet us down. They just said, you just need a bigger place because you're clearly going to have a lot of people here. And so that fast, as soon as a room opened, there we were. When they would come around with the therapy dogs, and the dogs crawl up into the bed, if that's what the patient wants, and snuggle just face to face with people. And some of her friends also had animals she cared about, so they would come in and crawl right in bed with her with their dogs, and the three of them could just have a real animal moment. And on some occasions there were as many as 3 dogs in a room, which they made happen for her. And it gave her a level of comfort and normalcy that she hadn't had for more than 2 years. It was the ability to be in charge of herself to the extent that she was able to be. That sense of independence, even if it's supported with a lot of help, was something she'd been robbed of for a good long while from well-meaning medical people. I don't mean to say that, but she had a sense that it really was her life again. And that in itself is a celebration, to not have to be so constantly dependent on the opinions of others to direct everything you do. She was in charge, and she could be in charge because she didn't hurt, and she could tell people her very solid opinions on many things and get the right response. She was bone deep loyal to her friends and her family. And when you've got the luxury of having a 6-week goodbye, a lot of things that never get said for people could be said. It helped those that were about to lose something they loved do it peacefully.